little set of videos that I wanted to record to talk to you about how I'm dealing with consuming things in my home and dealing with the aftermath and all of that kinds of thing. The first video I talked about recycling and how my roommate and I have started recycling in the last 6 months or so, and what it took to get us there. And in this video, I wanted to talk about cruelty-free products. We've also decided to go cruelty-free in our house, and so I thought I would share with you kind of what led me to going cruelty-free, because it's an interesting little journey, I think. So in the first video, I talked about the shamanic journey that I went on and connecting with Mother Nature and seeing the state that she was in with her blackened arm and leg. And that led me to thinking about being a conscientious consumer. And so we'd been recycling for a few months, and I've been thinking about being a conscientious consumer and what did that mean to me and things like that. So I've been trying to step away from using plastic bags for lunches and stuff like that. So try to use plastic containers more that we can clean and reuse. And then the makeup bomb got dropped on me. There is a YouTuber that I follow, and her first name is Christine. I will link her channel below. Christine, when I first started watching her videos, she was a beauty guru. And I think she's still a beauty guru, but I think she's evolving into this super awesome person. So Christine, if you ever watch this, you're very, very instrumental in this video and what I'm about to share, and I think that you're an incredible motivator, so thank you so much. But her channel now is more about decorating and things of this nature. But when I first started watching her, I came across her video for her makeup collection, and at that point she had a pretty large makeup collection. And in about 2011 or 2012, she went for this year where she only allowed herself to buy 10 new makeup items, and she pared things down and all this kind of stuff. And I was incredibly impressed with her tenacity and her willpower to trim this makeup collection down and share everything on YouTube about how she was doing it. A few months ago, she shared in another video that she was paring her makeup collection down even further, and she was going cruelty-free. And I was impressed by, her admission again, because since that initial purge that she did for that whole year, she did a purge like once a year or something like that. And you have to understand that this is what I call a MAC girl. She was a MAC girl. She had a lot of MAC cosmetics, the single shadows. She used Estee Lauder products and things like, in high-end drugstores, she used it all. And so she made a video about how she was going cruelty-free. And in this video, she talked about the fact that her and her husband they're either vegetarian or vegan. I'm not entirely sure. I don't remember. And she also mentioned the fact that she would have gone cruelty-free 5 years ago, but she couldn't give up her MAC products. And, when she said that, I was really surprised, because I think as an American, I was living in this bubble where I didn't think that American companies chose to test on animals anymore. And I guess that was me being incredibly naive, because I have since learned that there's a lot of companies out there, especially in your drugstore makeup, that are not cruelty-free, because the bottom line is they sell in China. And apparently to sell in China, you have to test on animals. And so Christine was going through what was left of her makeup, and she purged the last of her MAC products. You know, she's going through things, and I'm like, oh gosh, she's getting close to those Urban Decay palettes. What's going to happen? You know, I was on the edge of my seat watching her, you know, go through this, and it was incredibly eye-opening for me. So I started doing research into what companies are cruelty-free, who isn't, you know, and getting the hoedown on the lowdown, basically. And you'll have companies that the company themselves might be cruelty-free, but their parent company is not. And so I discussed this with the roomie, and we both felt that going cruelty-free was, first of all, something that was incredibly important for our household. You know, we have pets. We have friends with pets. We love animals. And so to learn, couldn't do it anymore. Conscientiously, I couldn't do it anymore. And so we drew a line in the sand, and we said, okay, this is what we're doing. This is the change that we're making, and making guidelines for ourselves as to what's going to happen, you know, here forward. So here's some of the guidelines that we set up for ourselves. We decided that as long as a company was cruelty-free, even though the parent company wasn't, we would purchase from the company that was cruelty-free. And some of you may agree with that. Some of you might not. That's okay. It's an individual choice. These are choices that we had to make for ourselves. Another guideline that we set was we weren't going to go through and purge our makeup collections. We decided to start with makeup and beauty related products like face cleansers and lotions, those types of things. So we started there, and we decided that we wouldn't get rid of anything that we had, because the money's already been spent. You might as well use it up and be done with it, you know, because I, about a year ago, found my holy grail foundation. And it was a CoverGirl product, and it's one that I'm not going to purchase anymore. So I had to go through and say, okay, what can I buy? What's a safe line? What's an unsafe line? And that's part of the process. So like I said, we started with makeup, we started with beauty products, and we've branched out from there. Now we're into shampoos, we're into household cleaners, we're into what pet food we buy. Because there's some nasty stories there. So it's been quite a journey. You know, I run sensitive in my skin, and so I thought, well, going to cruelty-free products a lot of times means that you're going more natural. And see, that's another kind of thing that's coming into play too, is that we're going more natural with things. Deodorant was hellacious for me. I thought, oh, I'll have no problem. Bought some cruelty-free natural deodorant. Broke out. Bought another brand. Broke out. Decided that, maybe I need to look at some homemade recipes and make my own deodorant. So I tried one, and that one didn't work. And so now I'm finally making a spray, like a liquid deodorant that I'm using that isn't reacting with my skin. But overall, I feel so good about the process. And I've started, so since we didn't purge anything, we're using up stuff. So I'm starting to get empties of things. And I know if you're into watching beauty videos, you probably have seen people do empties videos. So I've been saving the empties that I'm coming up with as we're emptying things. And I'm emptying stuff from companies that are cruelty free. So I'm thinking about maybe doing a video about that. So I guess let me know if that's something that you're interested in. So yeah, that's where we're at. We're a cruelty-free house. We're a recycling house. We're a witchy house as far as I'm concerned. We honor our ancestors here. We honor the land here. And these are all changes, like I said, in the last 6 to 8 months. Well, not being a witch, that's been a while. But, I'm feeling really good about where we're at. I feel positive and about my blog. I'm feeling positive about the podcast that hopefully you're listening to here on the channel. And now I'm trying to do some in front of the camera videos, trying to share some of my experiences with you. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Please comment below if you're cruelty-free, if you're thinking about going cruelty-free. There are resources out there. Of course, you can check out the PETA site, but they're very specific. They will only list things that are cruelty-free straight across the board. But there are some other websites out there like Leaping Bunny, and there are some apps for your smartphones. The one that I use is called Bunny Free, and I have an Android phone, but I believe that app is available for iTunes or for iPhones as well. Because I think Kathy, who has an iPhone, has that same app. So if you're interested in more information, I invite you to please let me know. If you have questions, if you want me to share recipes for beauty products that we're trying, like the deodorant, the Roomie has made some shaving gel that is to die for. Oh my gosh. So if you want some recipes to share, I would totally be open to sharing those. So give a comment down below, and like I said, I will link Christine's channel. I will I think that's the big one, Christine's channel. Oh, and the previous video where I talk about recycling. So thank you so much for taking another step in this journey on this path with me, and until next time, blessed be. Bye bye.